Sick man. Once there was a very sick man. He had nowhere to go, so he sat alone on the side of the street where all could see. A man walked by and looked at the sick man and said, "That poor sick man. The church will take care of him." Then a woman walked by and looked at the sick man and said, "I will pray for you, so God will make you better." Another man walked by and looked at the sick man and said, "Why can't that man get the motivation to help himself?" Yet another woman walked by and looked at the sick man and said, "Hopefully the government will take care of this man." Then the man got tired of waiting and got up one night and left. The men and women walked by where the sick man had been and said, "Finally someone took care of that poor sick man." As things happen in life, all the men and women got old and died. As they waited in line to get through the gates of heaven, they saw the sick man sitting by the gate. They stood in line a long time and waited for the gate to open. They wondered what was taking so long. Finally, an old woman walked by the line and right to the gate and looked in the eyes of the sick man and smiled as she had done many days on earth. The sick man reached into his pocket and opened the gate for the old woman. She walked through the gate and it shut behind her. The men and women standing in line got angry and said, "Sick man, if you had the key all the time, why didn't you open the gate for us?" The sick man didn't say anything. He just sat back down and waited. But the old woman heard the comments and returned to look through the gate at the men and women. She no longer looked old, but was a young woman, and she said, "This is not a sick man. This is God, and He opens the gates of heaven for those who recognize Him." Puzzled, the men and women looked again at the sick man, but they couldn't see God, and so they waited in line for a very long time. Copyrighted and written by Eric Ferris.